Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Another preview. Games coming thick and fast. Really thick and fast. We've got a lot of games in the next month or so. After this one against QPR, we've got Sheffield United, Cardiff, Stoke and Swansea in September. And then we've got 8 games in October. Then 3 in November before the start of the World Cup, before I get about a month off from City content, so that's not too bad. I'll have some stuff planned for the World Cup. I don't exactly know what yet. I've not thought that far ahead. Welcome, everybody, and it is Demetrius Pelkas Eve. Yeah, it's Demetrius Pelkas Eve. Tan Kessler, like exactly, Callum said, it's Pelkas tomorrow. In case you missed my tweet, in case you missed my Instagram post the other day, Tan Kessler. Tan Kessler told me that it's Pelkas Day on Tuesday. Baz Cooper has said that he said goodbye to his teammates. And there's been a video of him saying goodbye to someone at the airport. And they've said, best of luck on your next challenge, Demetrius, or something like that. Kessler told me Tuesday. Shotter has confirmed that he's going to be in the crowd, sat with Ajun, sat with Tan, watching, like Ryan Woods was at Burnley, and that he could be involved for Sheffield United. I was stood with Lucas, who's sometimes known as Terry, in these chats. Right, so I'm with old Grandpa Joe. Tan Kessler just walked past me, shook his hand. I asked him about signings and went, Pelkas. And he responded, Tuesday. And I like an old grandpa exclusive. What about Dervisholu? Dervisholu is off. Yeah, Halil Dervisholu is off. However, yeah, it's good. It's good. A nice little exclusive from Tan Kessler. Then made it onto Hull City News, where I got told to bore off. What can I mean, look. I'm sorry, Harvey, but I've proven you wrong, pal. I've proven you wrong. I have proven you wrong. It's class. It's good. It's good. I am very pleased that Lucas and I managed to get a little exclusive. Yeah. Buzzing. On loan initially, but I think there's an option to buy in that at the end of the season. So I think it's going to be like when we've got Baxter on loan, and what we've done with Salah, Ulad and Hand as well. We've got them on loan initially, but we have an option, and it's very likely that we will take that. Leo's Greek flag is on his way. How good is Oscar? Oscar. See, he's been getting some stick from a certain Norwich fan on Twitter because I've not seen him score a good goal in my life. He's a poacher. He's a poacher, mate. He's a poacher. Come on. You're just jealous because you haven't got him. You're settling for Timu Pukki, who's lost his magic in the Championship. Oscar Estupinian is next level. Pelkas will injure himself at the airport, though, in Hull. Thanks. Got picked with 2 fan on Saturday. I spoke to Ozan as well on his way out. He was just getting into the back of Tan Kessler's car, actually. because Ozan was he was sat in the director's box with his wife, their young child, and obviously Ajun, Tan, and all their people. And then he came out. I think he was getting into Tan's car, and yeah, it was good. I spoke to him. I says, "When are you back, Ozan?" He says, "Hopefully next week." So I says, "For Sheffield United," he nodded, and I said, "That is the best news I have had all day, Ozan," and he burst out laughing. I also saw Adama Traore. I also saw Salah Ouladam Hand. I saw Brandon Fleming, Billy Chadwick. Had some very nice comments about my new autograph cards. From I've got 2 of these books now, and they don't fit. They don't fit in. But I've got a fresh set of cards for this year. I'll tell you that Peter van der Veen looked at them and was very impressed, as was Alfie Jones. Ryan Longman basically said, "Oh, these are decent, these." And yeah, there's just a lot more to be made at the moment. I'll show you them later on because I'm gonna wait until I've got a few more actually in the bank before I start doing giveaways again. So, is Coville's injury serious? A lot of stuff going on about injuries here, about Seri. Boris Britt, I'm pretty sure Pelkas was on season for a year ago. I was on for season. Hang on. I don't understand what you mean there, mate. I'm sorry. Oscar to win Golden Boot. Agreed. So, let's have a chat about team news then, because we've got a question about Seri and we've got a question about Vaughan Coville. So let's have a look. Vaughan Coville was substituted in the first half of the 3-2 win versus Coventry City with a twisted knee, but Shota Arveladze doesn't expect Coville to be absent for too long. They're still waiting for his scan, but Shota says it is just a twisted knee and he should be fine, although Coville did leave the stadium on crutches, guided to his car and with his bags by Greg Docherty. Ozan Tufan, where is that? Hamstring, and John Michael Seri, calf, could both return to face Sheffield United on Sunday. Greg Docherty, quad, is getting closer to a return in the next few weeks, as are James Scott, shin, and Dokan Sinik, calf. Salahuddin Ouladam hand. When I spoke to him, I asked him how long he's out for. He says he doesn't know how long it'll be before he makes his Hull City debut. And I spoke to Brandon Fleming, and he said about his foot injury, he said that from now, he is probably about 5 weeks away from a return, I'd assume, to training. I don't think that'll be match action. Unconfirmed signing Adama Traore, hamstring, also told me that his injury, first of all, his announcement will be soon. And he chuckled when he said that, so I think it's coming. And that his injury is good, maybe 1 month, and I will come. Josh Emmanuel, however, does remain unavailable. And then the signing of Demetrius Pelkas is expected. This bit's good. Is expected to be confirmed before this game, as are the signings of an attacker and a midfielder. But Shota Arveladze confirmed none will feature. So Pelkas will be done. They're hoping to get the attacker done tomorrow, as the unnamed attacker done as well tomorrow. I think that one's more likely to be deadline day. But Shota also said he wants another midfielder to Baz Cooper this morning. Yeah. I meant on loan. Pretty sure Pelkas was on loan for us years ago. He wasn't. We've never had Demetrius Pelkas before. I can tell you who he has played for. Pelkas. Here we go. He's played for PAOK, Apollon Calamarias, Vitoria Setúbal, and Fenerbahce. That's who he plays for. Was fully expecting Pelkas to feature in this game, if not Coventry. Well, it's the first time he's been in the country today, so he won't have trained with the group because they'll have been going through the formalities, actually officially signing that contract, doing his media picks, and maybe doing an interview with him to put out on the social channels. So he won't have trained, sadly. Breaking news from my sources: former Hull attacker Keane Lewis Potter supports United. Right, okay. Is Pelkas' deal permanent? No. It's on loan with the option to make the deal permanent at the end of the season. Okay, I was thinking of another Pelkas then because there was someone similar name to him who played for us on loan in 2015. Was this a Premier League season or was it a Championship season? Because in 2014-15, we had... So goalkeepers, Harper, Jakupovic, McGregor, Oxley, Bruce, Chester, Davis, Dawson, Dudgeon, Figueroa, Lenny and Maguire, McShane, Robertson, Rossignol, Townsend, Brady, Diame, El Mohammadi, Huddleston, Ince, Livermore, Myler, Quinn, Snodgrass, Aluko, Hernandez, Shane Long, Yelovich, and Doy and Sagbo. And then, so that was the Premier League season. But then the season we went back up, we had McGregor, Odebajo, Bruce, Taylor, Davies, Myler, Huddleston, Hernandez, Snodgrass, Clucas, Maguire, Livermore, Maloney, Jakupovic, Diame, Yelovich, briefly, Akpom, Hayden, Dawson, Powell, Aluko, Diamande, Robertson, El Mohammadi, and Doy briefly, Townsend, Lenihan, Lua, Matty Dixon, Josh Timon, and Callum Geraldo Martin. I can't work out who you're thinking of here. I can't work it out. I cannot work out. Is it the same Victoria as Oscar? No, it's a different. Pelkas played for Victoria Setúbal, and Oscar was at Victoria Guimarães, and they have never crossed paths in their career before. Right then, what else is going on? Still can't get over Longman's chance, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Agreed. Longman, after the game, bless him, was gutted he missed that chance. He was absolutely gutted. But poor guy. He'll come back. He'll come back stronger. But you've got to remember with Ryan Longman, he only scores worldies. Stepdad was talking to Jevon Mills' dad because they're related in some way, and he said he thinks he may be going to Bristol Rovers on loan. Okay, I'll keep an eye out on that one. Of course, it's the one time it's a massive game. A few new signs probably featuring. I'm on holiday and missing it. Oh God, I think it was the Prem season. Can't remember. But I've looked through. The closest one, mate, is Yelovich, and because Croatia is closest to Greece. Yeah, exactly. What a team! Am I off to QPR away? I'm not going to QPR away, sadly. I'm getting geared up for deadline day. I'm going to have a deadline day stream at some point. I'll schedule that in the morning, and I'll let you all know on Twitter and on Instagram stories what time that will be. It will probably be in the evening because then there's more to talk about. I can talk about the Premier League for a little bit, talk about the Championship. I can have people on to discuss our window if we've done the bulk of our business. So, yeah. But the QPR game, it's not on Sky. There's no games on Sky's red button until after the World Cup, I don't believe. So it'll be on iFollow, but only on iFollow tomorrow, unless you find a dodgy stream somewhere. Yeah. Talk about League Two, specifically Bradford. Okay, Lucas. Okay. Prem predictions. Could do. Josh reckons we'll finish 6th. I think that's a solid prediction. Can't be asked with 6th form. Keep getting excited for match weeks, but once they're over, I'll have to get ready for school. Yeah, God. So a week tomorrow, and I'm back on. I'm back in. First year of A levels. Who's getting top scorer in the championship? Estupinian. I have heard of Super 6. And my granddad's always moaning how he predicts the score wrong. How good has Ben Tete been so far? Ben Tete is quality. Playing out of position on the left wing. The bloke's done well. I cannot wait to see what happens if we ever put him through the middle. It's just going to be down, balls in from everywhere towards him, and just hoping that he can either chest them down for someone or head them in like that. With the World Cup, you should do the same as what you do with Hull, but with England previews and match reactions. I don't think I'll do watch-alongs on for the World Cup. Purely because, if it's a good tournament, I want to sit down and I want to enjoy it with my family. Yeah. Let us join. Well, there is an FPL league. I'll get my Fantasy Premier League up. Fantasy Premier League. Am I signed in? Points. No, I'm not signed in. Okay, right then. By the way, can I just say I am furious with myself, right? So, last week, Captain Kane, all's well in the world. But I think this week, oh no, Kane's playing Forest. That's a potential banana skin. Crystal Palace have just done well against Liverpool. Do I trust it with Haaland? No. I'll captain Jesus against Fulham. Kane scores 2, could have had a hat-trick. Haaland scores a hat-trick. Trent comes in, gets a million. Well, Trent rocks up, gets a goal and about 1 million assists. I bring Diaz in for Salah as well as putting Jesus in, and he does really well. But there's me captaining Jesus, who gets 1 point. Fuming. But there is an old Grandpa Joe FPL league where Aral from Kajapajla is doing very well at the moment. That's a Turkish YouTube channel that I've appeared on. Aral is incredible, by the way. He's an absolute legend. I'm currently 15th. No, not 15th, 17th. And there's currently 165 people in the league, the bottom of which is Jason Jones. And then I'm trying to find where my dad's got to. I'll note that down for him. His mate Daryl is 135th. I'll find him later on. But to join the league, this is the code. That's the code to join the FPL league. That's the code to join. Anyway, let's have a look. I've put the code in chat. Just joined and I give my opinion on Pelkas. I can't wait to see Demetrius Pelkas in a Hull City shirt, man. Why the hell did you put Jesus as captain over Kane or Haaland? Yeah, good point. I've closed the tab down, but I'll have another look. Hi, Joe. Jim Sims got a hat-trick against Watford as we went due to him living with us. Jim Sims, eh? I think he'll be good. I'd like to have a sit down with a lot of the academy boys, just to sort of, little interview, 10 minutes with each of them, and compile it into one sort of decent video for you lot to get to know them as people, what they play like, who their idols are, who they base their playing style off, how they ended up playing for Hull City, that sort of thing. That's a dream. That's a dream of mine. And here he is. Lucas Romano is here. Or Fabrizio Campbell, whatever you want to call him. It's the guy who got the Pelcast news, yep. Yeah, Lucas popped the question. It's Pelcast Eve. It's Demetrius Pelcast Eve. And tomorrow it's Pelcast Day. We need to get moving on. I've been chatting for 20 minutes and we've only done team news. Right, God. Ref watch. Referee Stephen Martin. He can't be any worse than what the last one was. Nigel Luggan, Robert Merchant are the two liners. Fourth official is Alan Young. Moving on to stats then taken from the Coventry game. Way less possession, but this is what we're bothered about. 9 shots, 3 goals. This is what we didn't have last season. Last season, we could create like 14, 15 chances per half. Yet, the only one we'd finish would be the one that would be where the ball was absolutely slung out to the left for Lewis Potter. He'd go on some sort of run and then just shoot. They're the only goals we'd score. We'd end up, out of those 14, 15 chances per half, we'd score 1. We had 9 shots in the entire game, 3 goals. Boom! That's what we like. And, like I say, people slagging Estupiñán, I've not seen him score a good goal yet. Godden scored twice. He didn't do anything else in that game. He didn't do anything else. He jumped up for a header and he scored a penalty. Other than that, I didn't see him. And that is a good thing for a striker. But Estupiñán is getting all the slack. Whereas any other striker, because, Hull City are pulling up trees in this league, we're the targets. But we're just too good. Any rumours on the mystery forward? It's not Enna Valencia. Enna was linked, but there is nothing in that at all. Nothing in that at all. People can say what they want, exactly, but 7 goals is 7 goals. And against West Brom, it wasn't just tap-ins. There were 2 good goals. I think the game tomorrow will end with a draw. It's going to be a difficult game. It is going to be a tough game. Some of the centre mids have to say Richie right. What? Hang on. Lucas, explain. Is anyone back from injuries for the next few games? Seri and Tufan should be back on Sunday for Sheffield United. Don't forget, that's a 3 o'clock kickoff. Although I will still do the preview Friday night. Don't worry. Preview will still be Friday night. You don't have to sweat. You don't have to sweat about that one. Estupiñán's goals were brilliant. He's been called a poacher and been there at the right time. People need to realise exactly. With the young players you were talking about, idol. Okay. I reckon 1-0 City versus QPR. Oscar's a real fox in the box. He knows where to stand. Right place, right time. Exactly. That's what you want. That's what you want in a striker. Said Richie for the centre mids, club captain for 2 years. Yeah. See it. Mackenzie is off to the Sheffield United game. Sat in my usual seat in the south, mate. Usual seat in the south. And Joe Cutterbrook said this on Twitter. So I'm gonna put this out there to the world. Upper West is open for the Sheffield United game, right? Adjun wants 20,000 in the ground. He wants 20,000 people in the ground for that Sheffield United game. Come on. Come on. You know what? I'll show you how the stadium's looking. Let me go and buy some tickets. For this Sheffield United game, I think the uptick will get a bit better in the coming days. But N4, 3, 2 and 1 gone. N5, not many seats left. And then E4, limited seats. E5, 6, 7 sold out. E8, E9, E10, all pretty much sold out as well. There's red in the south stand consistently as well. Not just one block, S6, 5, 4, and me in S3. Here I am in S3. There's space. Come on. But this, nah, not good enough. Not good enough. Fill these northwest and southwest corners. Fill this southeast corner and get a few more people in that upper west. Ajun wants 20,000. Let's do it. Ajun wants 20,000. Let's do it. Unfortunately, someone wants to play Fall Guys, and I feel bad for saying no, so I'm off for now. I watched the preview back to see if you mentioned Tan giving me the Pelcast exclusive. See you later, mate. See you later, Lucas. See you later, Fabrizio. Right then. Ajun's given us everything we've ever wanted. Got the alarms out, brought some ambition and hope into the club. Just need to give him what he wants now. Should have 20k in anyway. I'm sitting right next to the Sheffield United fans, going to give them some. Sheffield United are going to bring a lot as well. That's what I'm looking forward to. They're going to bring a lot. Tickets, depends where you sit, mate. Depends where you sit. If you're in the south or the north, they're the cheapest. And then as the further you get from the halfway line down the east or the west, the cheaper they are. The cheaper they are. Can we get 20k in? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Well, City broke the record last game. Why not break it again? Exactly that. This feels like Charlie Medvin trying to secure a record League One attendance for Boxing Day. Come on! Let's sell it. East is nearly sold out. East or North? There's only a few seats left in N5. So if you want to do it, if you want to get in the North, you've got to do the North now. There's only a few more seats left in E4 as well. So you've got to be quick. You've got to be quick. I don't have to buy a ticket. Got my season pass. You'll be all right, Josh. You'll be okay. For Sunderland, yeah, God. Right, head to head then. Let's have a look at QPR's squad. In recent games under new manager John Beale, they have been setting up with a 4-2-3-1 formation. And in their last game, it was Seny Dieng in net. Their back four was Ethan Laird, it was Rob Dickey, Jimmy Dunn, and it was Kenneth Powell. There we go. And then their holding midfield two was Johansson, Field. And Field. And then they had Andre Dazelle on the right, Chris Willock on the left, and Ilias Chair behind Lyndon Dykes. But the other option they've got, we were linked with Tyler Roberts. We didn't go for him, thank the Lord. Taylor Richards was good for Doncaster the other year when we played them in League One. Masterson, formerly of Liverpool. Clark Salter, formerly of Chelsea. So they've got some good depth. But they are very, very beatable. They are very, very, very beatable. If you're happy standing, go in the north. Yeah, exactly. If you want to sit down, then sort of, I think it was E8, E9, E10 that are not as still got some availability left. E5, 6, 7, I think it was sold out. East better than the North. Oh, okay. Sheffield United will be a tough game. Lucky for a draw considering our injuries. I think though we can do well. Prices start from 25. Prices do start. Prices, well, basically, if you're sat on the halfway line, the closer you are to the halfway line, the more expensive it is. Behind the 2 goals is the cheapest, and then as you come round the stadium here, on both sides to the halfway line, it gets more expensive. There we go. Away fans, they sit N6, N7, N8. The northeast corner, E1, E2, E3. Jeff is in E7. The fact we're still winning games with all these injuries and key players, I just can't wait for after the World Cup. Screw promotion. The title charge starts. Exactly. Aliar will be back after the World Cup. Hopefully Traore will be fit and announced. They're our longer term absentees. The rest are getting closer. The rest are getting nice and close. Mate, you had it here first when we played Stoke 5-0, Oscar 4 goals and Greaves. Joe, what about choosing maybe a New Hull City member from Turkey to talk about? What about choosing maybe a New Hull City fan from Turkey to talk about? That's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. I'll have a think. Quite scared for Sheffield United. Not going to nah. Not anymore. We're better than that now. Oscar to break Mitrovic's record. Do you think we'll win the playoffs? I do, honestly. I think we're in there. We're going to be in that fight. You think we may make a move for Archer since Villa have said they'll loan him out and Shotta says we're looking for one more midfielder? I think Archer will come under the attack-minded player one. Predominantly a striker, but can play on the wings. I think Archer fits that bill quite well. Who it is, I don't know. By midfielder, I think he means more sort of industrious central midfielder. Because you think he's bringing in Pelkas as an attacking mid. He's brought in Salah. He's brought in Traore. We don't need any more attacking midfielders. I don't think. We've got our blend of attacking midfield, chance creating, and industrious class with Tufan. We've got our holding midfield general in Seri. We've got Doherty box to box, Cannon box to box. I've got to check the spot numbers list here, make sure that I'm not forgetting anybody. Doherty I've said, Cannon I've said. Yeah, I've not forgotten it. I've not forgotten anybody. Good stuff. Archer's class. Baxter or Ingram? Can I pick both? We've got the best 2 goalkeepers in the league. Please be Archer, honestly. We're going up for sure if it is. On the flip side, it could be Anwar El Ghazi. Think out of favour at Villa. Got something to prove. I wouldn't mind that either. But I'd much prefer Archer. Leo's definitely said Ingram. Of course you have, mate. I like that. If we go up too early, it means we'll be a bit underprepared. Yeah, I do see that. But then from this, you know what? I won't say what I was going to say because there's definitely ways you can improve this team. But it's going to be tough to improve this team at championship level. It's going to be tough. Very, very tough. Another hat trick for Oscar tomorrow. Hopefully. Only problems I have with England, he seems to spill the ball a little bit too much and distribution slow. Baxter 100%. But I'd rather have Greaves commit his future to City or Estupinian. Well, Greaves has a 4-year deal with a club option. Estupinian has only signed a 3-year deal without a club option. So, Estupinian. Think about me going to Sheffield United. Bradford play on the 3rd so I can go to both games. Go on, Lucas. Shotter our saviour. Got this. So, yeah, at least we can score consistently now. There's a lot going on in chat. And I've stalled at head-to-head. Right, current form. Time to get a move on. Where is it? There it is. So, do excuse me. QPR's form. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll skip the Carabao Cup and go to their league game. And so in the league, they've beaten Middlesbrough 3-2. Sunderland drew Sunderland 2-2, lost to Blackpool, drew Rotherham, and then beaten Watford. What was Watford's team in that game? They still had Sarr and Pedro. Interesting. Okay. That's still quite a strong team for Watford. So they've done well to beat them. Then for us, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0 draw Preston, win against Norwich, draw against Burnley, a defeat to West Brom, but we bounced back against Coventry. What is not to love? El Ghazi's gone to PSV. I didn't spot that. Thank you, Ultra Midget, with Napoleon as your profile picture. 10 goals and 28 caps in 28 caps. Come on, Ashley. Do you mean appearances? Or do you mean like on internationally? I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to get at. If you had to choose one player from starting 11 to leave. Oh, now that's a question. Now that's a question. From the starting 11 that played against Coventry. Ingram, no. Greaves, no. Figs, no. Jones, potentially, because there's better than him out there, although I do like him. Coyle, no. Elder, maybe, but I like Cal. He's a good lad. We've put Brewdog behind us. Ryan Woods, no. Slates, no. Coville, no. Good for the future. Tets, no. Oscar, no. That's one hell of a question. See, there's better out there than Coyle, than Elder, than Jones, than Tete at left wing. But we don't want to get rid of anyone. This is mad. Wait, caps mean international appearances? Yes. Caps do mean international appearances, Ashley. Because after each game, you physically get given a cap. Not a bright Mercedes one from Silverstone, but each player, after an international game, does get physically given a cap. That's why it's caps. And that's why for, what do you call it? For actual club appearances, it's only appearances because you don't get a cap. Yeah. Anyway, league table. I've gone out of focus by moving about too much. So, let's get flying through. Where is that league table? There's the league table. Okay, so Reading are top. How on earth are Reading top after 6 games? Sheffield United second. We're third, level on points with them, behind on goal difference because we are equal. We are equal in what we do. Keeping it real. West Brom did not help us there. Not at all. Then Norwich are 4th, Rotherham 5th, Burnley 6th, Watford 7th, Blackburn slipped down to 8th. 9th for Bristol City, 10th Preston. QPR sat down in 11th, moving down further towards the relegation zone. Coventry bottom, 1 point from 3 games. Then Huddersfield at the bottom with them. Swansea, Birmingham, Wigan, all very close. Although Birmingham have just signed Hannibal Mabry on loan from Man United and are close to tying up a permanent deal for Tahit Chong, which is a very, very good signing for them. We'll definitely get promoted this season, says Tom. I like your optimism. I'll get on to prediction at the end. Why can't Reading play Lumley? Good point. But we'll get on to prediction at the end, hot dog guy, don't worry. If I could sign Prime Hernandez back, but you had to sell Estupinian, would I take it? No, I wouldn't. Because Hernandez wasn't the same in the Premier League. I'm thinking Estupinian could be different. Could the mystery attacking player be Cole Palmer? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He's nicely bedded in at Man City. There's no way Pepe's letting him go out on loan. Right then, around the grounds then. Championship, match day 7. Tomorrow, the 7:45 kickoffs. So Sheffield United versus Reading, a top of the table clash. Wigan versus West Brom. QPR versus us. Cardiff Luton. Burnley Millwall. Birmingham Norwich. And then Watford versus Middlesbrough. Then on Wednesday, the games are Sunderland Rotherham, Stoke Swansea, Coventry Preston, Bristol City Huddersfield, and Blackpool versus Blackburn. Let's move straight on to memorable match, where I've got a memorable one. A 4-0 win. 4-0 win against these guys at what was then the KCOM Stadium in April 2018 under the managerial guidance of Nigel Adkins. Our team that day was Alan McGregor in goal. Back four was Ola Ryan, Michael Dawson, Michael Hector and Max Clark. 2 holding midfielders were Marcus Henriksen and Seb Larson. With Bowen on the right, Harry Wilson on the left and John Torral behind Abel Hernandez. The bench was Marshall, Irvine, Grzycki, Myler, Campbell, Tomori and Angus McDonald. Our goal scorers that day were Harry Wilson, an Alex Smithy's own goal, Kamil Grzycki and Abel Hernandez. And then last time out against QPR, it was a 1-1 draw at the Kian Prince Foundation Stadium where Marcus Force scored his only Hull City goal, almost skied it from 3 yards out, and Ilias Chair replied. And this was also the game where Matt Ingram had a head injury, concussion, so was replaced by Harvey Cartwright making his league debut for us. Our team that day was Ingram in net, back four, Deshaun Bernard, Sean McLaughlin, Jacob Greaves and Callum Elver. Midfield 3 was Alfie Jones, Richard Smallwood and George Honeyman. Longman was on the right, Lewis Potter on the left, Marcus Force up front. The bench was Cartwright the goalkeeper, Doherty, Monker, Fleming, Tyler Smith, Regan Slater, and God forbid, Liam Walsh. Liam Walsh, eh? Liam Walsh. And this is our record against QPR recently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In our last 5 games against these guys, all very recent, dating back only to 2019. We've had 1 win, 2 draws and 2 defeats. Hopefully we can make that 2 wins, 1 draw and 2 defeats this time around. All right then. I'll have a quick look at chat before we move on to shared shirts. Why not Cole Palmer? I'd love it to be Cole Palmer, but it's not going to happen. Pelkas signs tomorrow. What can I say? When I say Tan Kessler tells me something, I don't lie. I don't lie. On the other hand, I reckon it could be a Juve attacking player. Well, it's not officially confirmed yet, the Juve partnership. But I wouldn't mind it. I would not mind it. QPR have changed the stadium name back to Loftus Road. Interesting one. Interesting. Okay. Didn't know that. Is Pelkas expected to be tomorrow? Pelkas I can confirm to you, will be tomorrow. I can tell you that. Because Tan Kessler told me on Saturday, me and Lucas, Leo was there, Marcus was there. He said, Tuesday, straight up. He was at the airport today. He's been around today, signing stuff. Yeah, good. It's good. Shotter is an amazing manager. Look at the job he's done with the current injury situation. Agreed. Shotter has done an incredible job. He has done something incredible. With all these injuries, we've had about 13 players injured, all at different points. New signings: Seri, Tufan, Cynic, Salah, Traore. Existing key players have been out, like Longman, Randell Williams, Fleming, Baxter. Still absent, Doherty. And, Sayad Menesh is absent as well. I missed him off. We've still got, sadly, Josh Emmanuel absent as well. We've had so many. But Shotter, I salute you, mate. I salute you. Imagine if after all this he's not announced. In which case, I'll be fuming. I will be fuming if he's not announced. Because Tan's lied to me. I heard you mentioned Archer earlier. Baz confirmed. Okay. All right, then. That's fine. Anyway, Tan will be known to be a liar. Imagine it isn't tomorrow. Oh my God! If it's not tomorrow, oh my God! Now, because I think they'll just want to get one out of the way before deadline day. Boxing Day. Boxing Day is at home. I think it's Blackpool. Yes, it is Blackpool. Blackpool at the MKM. I think we could go on a good FA Cup run because everyone should be back. Exactly. It'll be Kessler out protests. Favourite City player currently, Greaves. Check a podcast from 2019. Forgot about the stream. It's all right. Don't you worry. Dude, I don't currently do interviews on my Matchday vlogs. No. If I do ever stay late for after a game, though, I might try and get like a player, if they've won, that is, to have a chat, talk about how they're feeling, stuff like that. Because that'd be cool. FA Cup week is it is early Jan. That's December. It'll be Saturday the 7th of January, I think. It'll be Saturday the 7th of January. Around that time, it might be the Friday the 6th, might be Sunday the 8th, might be Monday the 9th, but it'll be that across those 4 days, definitely. Do some interviews pre-match with the fans. Not a bad shout. I was thinking, imagine how well we could do in the Prem with promotion money. 50 grand, Regan Slater. 67.31% certain I'm going to Sheffield United. It's a very odd number. Right then. So, shared shirts. Taking me a while to get onto this, but we've got Pugh today. Mark Pugh. Joined us on loan from Bournemouth in 2019. 41 appearances, 3 goals. No, not 41. 14 appearances, 3 goals. And then for QPR, he left Bournemouth, joined QPR, was there for a year, 31 appearances, 2 goals for QPR. Who would I rather have kept at the time, Grzycki or Lewis Potter? Grzycki was probably the better overall player, but he was very lazy. And to be fair, I don't necessarily think now losing Keane was too bad because we replaced him, and not just punting the ball to him on the left-hand side all the time. It's made us less predictable because we've got quality now all over the pitch. It's not just Keane, Honeyman, Greaves, Ingram or Baxter, and then sort of mediocrity. But who'd have thought, selling Keane has made us stronger. Happy for Cole getting his 3 assists against Coventry. Coincidence, it came after we signed Christie. Bit of competition might do him good. Exactly that. It's why at Peterborough, McCann brought in Cartwright and that Bergstrom from Chelsea. It's why here he brought in Ingram alongside George Long. It's why when Long left, he signed Baxter. He likes 2 goalkeepers competing with each other because they bring the best out of each other. Anyway, right then, predicted 11 time. We're going for a 3-4-3 today. With in goal, Matt Ingram, centre backs, Jacob Greaves, Alfie Jones, Tobias, Figueiredo, right wing back the captain Louis Coyle, left wing back Callum Elder, in central midfield Ryan Woods, Regan Slater. Right wing is, I think Ryan Longman will come in for Vaughan Colville. Excuse me, I've been talking too long. Left wing will be Benjamin Tete, and then up top will be Championship top scorer Oscar Estupinian. On the bench, Nathan Baxter, Andy Cannon, Sean McLaughlin, Tyler Smith, Randell Williams, Callum Jones, and I think Josh Hines will be on the bench for this one to, let's be real, make up the numbers. Okay, right, not my wanted 11. Predicted score. I think a 2-1 win. For us tomorrow. Yeah, I'm optimistic. It's nice to go into games feeling more confident, not just predicting we'll win out of hope. It's actual like, oh my God, we can do it. We've got such a good team. Ajun, Tan, Shotter, Pete, Andy, Baz, all the guys behind the scenes, Lee. I've just named our head of recruitment there. Goalkeeping coach, first team coach, assistant manager. Yeah, I've named so many, but all of them class. Well done, you've built such a team. Such a team. The club feels so much better now. Exactly. And on that note, I am going to leave it there. Thank you for watching, everyone. Take care. Up the Tigers, and I'll see you tomorrow for the match reaction. And then it's deadline day. That's going to be a big day. All right, see you later, everyone. Goodbye.